But Tom Poole, who hit second yesterday, is not starting today. Left yesterday's game rather late with an apparent injury, so Mason Swinney is in there today. Cody Graybeck also making his first start of the weekend. They're going to face Fernie Beretta. And Marcel, you went through rehab during the offseason with Fernie. You got to see pretty much on a weekly basis how he is cranked out a play off the bat of DeTolo.
Yeah, it's going to be key to keep these guys' hands close. You know, you don't want them to extend them, find a way to get a barrel, because the easy pop-out can definitely find its way out today.
Dallas Baptist leads the conference in home runs. They entered the weekend 12th in the country in home runs. They blasted 3 on Friday. Pulled to third. This is the freshman Boston Vest, who's over at third today.
Yeah, that's a great approach to have. You know, whenever your skip is looking out for your players, it's always a good thing. But, you know, slowly but surely, Fernie's going to be built up.
Fly ball right center field. The wind will take this one out of the ballpark. Home run for Humphreys on a windy day. Humphreys hits his 7th of the year, the 4th home run of the weekend for Dallas Baptist, and especially.
Man, was I blessed to have him right there in that hot corner.
Speedster Joey Narrett awaits the 1-0. Good backdoor breaking ball from Beretta.
That pitch seems to be his comfort zone right now. He's doing a good job landing that first strike, and to be honest, the contact.
State bullpen will likely be used a lot today for DBU as well. What do you focus on, Marcel, if you're a hitter and you know you're going to see upper 90s with a fastball?
I mean, in all honesty, I thank God that I'm not a hitter, so I don't have to face that.
Marcel, on a windy day like today, and New Mexico State doesn't run a ton, but would this change your approach, how often you would run, because you know that you can run into a baseball with some pop today?
Yeah, you might be a little more conservative, especially with a power arm. May not be able to get as big of a jump, and I mean, like you said, one swing of the bat, one little pop-up can turn into a 2-run blast here for the Aggies.
Homered in the 7th on Friday, his 2nd home run this year. 13th career home run for Mitch. Hit it out to right center field. He tries to bunt often as well. He's not your typical number 3 batter where he has some pop but also lays down a bunt.
Hey, man, I love to see the small ball, especially here at the SKU. I mean, everyone wants to hit. Seem like that power slider, cutter type, so definitely not a typical off-speed pitch. That's what the Aggies are doing.
That was my question with Amy. Could he score?
Yeah.
Looked pretty good.
Looked pretty good. He's a tough kid. Maybe that bleach hair kind of gave him a little more power, you know.
3-1 Aggies on the 2-run double for Campbell. Goes to third on the throw home. No error on DBU. And now the batter is Joey Craig. Continues for Tommy Molesky. And on a windy day, Marcel, the Aggies are doing this a little bit differently. A walk, an error, RBI single, hit by pitch, 2-run double, RBI single. So nothing out of the ballpark yet. The wind really hasn't helped much. Joey Craig 90 feet away.
Yeah, and that's just an unfortunate mistake right there. Obviously, you got to trust in your stuff, but letting the runner advance an extra 90 feet with 1 out in this situation kind of doesn't benefit you at all.
New Mexico State on Friday did a really good job early on of manufacturing runs. They're trying to manufacture this 5th out of St. George, Utah, earns his 2nd collegiate start. Vest hits here with 2 outs. Elwanger's pitch. The freshman takes on the outside corner. Welcome to collegiate baseball. You're going to see 99 miles per hour. I don't think he saw that very often at Dixie High School in St. George.
Probably not.
Can't imagine there's been many series under Dan Hefner's tenure where in the first 2 games they've committed 4 errors. And there's a long way to go in game 2. Nothing at 2 on Woodcook. Tariq Freeney was behind the plate Friday. Woodcook notches the start today. There's a catcher's comp. On that angle, seems like he didn't get him on the helmet. So what you're saying, Marcel, is Graybeck should have at least went back to the runner to tag him again, just in case?
Yeah, I mean, either that or he was really trying to sell that he actually did tag him, but regardless, didn't go his way. Yeah, he did. And, I mean, if he can continue doing that, I mean, I know the plan is 3, but who's to say he doesn't get a 4th? But right now you got to tack out by out. Great pitch right there.
Freezes Kraus. He can't believe it. We'll get a look at a replay. The catcher, Woodcook, thought it was strike 3 all the way. So did Beretta. Kraus disagreed at the plate. He thought it was a tad outside. Back-to-back strikeouts for.
How can you not be romantic about baseball, you know?
Awkward check swing. Couldn't lay off the pitch. Gosh, 18 years for Dan Hefner. 21 overall years as a coach in the program. So ever since Luke Hefner. The 0-1. This is low and in to Solorzano.
For the Aggies.
3-0 from Ellwanger. 4-pitch walk. This is a future pro arm, and the Aggies are working counts, making him work for it. Once again, a high school draft pick. Touched 100 miles per hour in his collegiate debut a year ago. Velocity's great, Marcel, but you need to locate it, right?
Yeah, velocity's great, honestly.
Telling me, if Campbell's healthy, he's our cleanup hitter. Sure enough, he's healthy and he's the cleanup hitter. So the Aggies dealt without one of their top hitters for the first month of the year.
Sure glad to see him in the lineup.
And it's one of those deals, too. I think if you're Jake Angier and then the hitting coach David Bellamy as well, you don't exactly know how Campbell is going to respond. You're away from short outing. He had a 1.27 earned run average coming in. He had only allowed 3 earned runs this entire year, Marcel, and the Aggies really get to him. And now DBU's in their bullpen with only 1 out in the 2nd inning. This bodes well for the rest of the weekend for the Aggie offense.
Yeah, without a doubt, and then especially, I mean, we mentioned before it was already.
Path is different, and Joey Craig, a prime example of that. He's from Omaha, went out to Glendale Community College for 2 years. Then he went to Houston, only appeared in 12 games a year ago. And he's been an everyday starter this year for Jake Angier. Works a 4-pitch walk against Jenkins.
Yeah, big leaguers' sons.
Pitch is low, 3-1. It's funny how it all works out in the end. The Aggies have a couple of freshman relief pitchers who had dads that played for New Mexico State.
Yeah.
Pitching.
And Hayden Lewis. Great guys all around, but man, some characters. They fought like brothers every single day. Every single day.
1 ball, 1 strike. Aaron Ditolo popped out of play. I talked to Jake Angier about them going through the rehab together during the preseason. I said, do you think it was a good thing that those 2 guys
can do? Yes, you have a 5-run lead, but we mentioned before at the SKU, it's nothing.
Here comes Woodcook to go out and talk to Beretta. It's human nature, if you're Fernie Beretta right here, to think back to what Humphreys did earlier and probably try to be a little too fine and a little too perfect during this at-bat, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he knows that he doesn't want to leave it up. Obviously, given what happened the first time.
Some freshmen today. That's the theme in the bullpen right now for Jake Angier. 8 freshmen have 3 appearances or more this year. And they've been used in some pretty tight spots throughout the year.
Talk about getting experience early, huh?
Great block there by Woodcook. Marcel, you went the JUCO route initially. Can you put yourself in those shoes pitching at this level as a freshman? That would be hard to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely. My junior.
Short a couple of games ago, and the footwork is completely different. And he had good footwork out there.
Yeah, he looked pretty athletic. Pretty smooth.
Joey Narrett, 1 for 7 for the series. If you can leave this one with 3.
I mean, historically, DBU's been in charge, so definitely got to do that if you want to win it.
We saw Sam Houston a lot last year. We did that series, and right now Sam Houston has the worst overall record in Conference USA, and we know that is historically a phenomenal program. It still is. For Jake Angier, he has 2 premier Conference USA bullpen arms with Saul Soto and Steve Solorzano. How early will he use them? That's our big question right now as we play in the home half of the 3rd. vest, pulls it to third. Should be two. Gray back on to second. Nice jump throw over at second base by Swinney, the two-way.
His little reset, kudos to him for figuring that out.
I said, Steve, is that the only scent that's out there? He said, oh no, there's cherry, there's grape, there's a bunch of different kinds. Whatever works, I guess.
That's actually hilarious. Could you imagine being in such a big moment and then just taking a sniff of Fruity Pebbles?
It hits. Of the 31 pitches so far for Jenkins, only 13 for strikes.
Effectively wild.
Yeah. 2-2 offering. Good take by Namey.
And see, being effectively wild, things usually happen after that. See if the Aggies can capitalize.
It does seem like the wind is starting to die down a little bit as we approach 5:30 here at the Skew. Hitter is Joey Craig. He waves and misses for strike one. Right now the wind says 20 miles per hour. It was 18 miles per hour at first pitch, but it doesn't seem like it's blowing as hard as it.
And Dominic Hamill and electric arms, but even greater people. It seems like a common theme at DBU.
Mason Swinney will take strike one from freshman Jaden Davis. Second inning for Davis, who faced the minimum in the fourth. Ground out to short in the second for Swinney, a two-way player who pitched on Friday. Some of the notable major green that day.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a good kept secret right there.
Strike one, inside corner to DeTolo. There was a fun conversation around the batting cage earlier today about pitchers hitting. Cade Schumard, who pitched really well last night, was, I think, trying to lobby for some at-bats. A prime example, Saul Soto, of development from freshman year to sophomore year. First year, high ERA for Saul. Last year, top bullpen arm, and this year, one of the top bullpen arms in Conference USA. Davis pegs Humphreys, and now Grant Shank can tie it with one swing coming up. This is the freshman hitter, played for the Aggies late 90s, was drafted 12th round by the Blue Jays in 99. Spent 5 years in the minors, reached AAA with the Iowa Cubs in 02. Hit 400 plus in each of his 2 years with the Aggies in 98 and 99. And to kind of put that into perspective, that's back when the Aggies were in the Big West Conference with.
And that's just a great approach right there. I mean, I thought he was going to.
Middle game of the series for pitch to Grady. Pulls it right field, strikes it well. This one is gone. A home run for Grady.
Have a day, young man. Have a day. 3 for 3. Good piece of hitting right there. That ball left in a hurry.
His first home run of the year. The transfer from Incarnate Word in his third year.
I got to say, the little common trend that I've seen after a walk, you think that the Aggies would see more pitches, you know, especially after a guy just threw 4. But they're jumping on that first pitch fastball if it's there. They're not letting them get ahead too much. Some more small ball action here.
Maybe warned for excessive celebration? I don't know. So I hear plate umpire Andrew Glenn saying it's a warning to Dan Hefner. Did he bat flip? I didn't see down to cover for one player on the left side for DBU.
100%. The way they've been attacking him, though, has always been in, whether it's the breaking ball or anything in. Let's see if they keep pounding that spot. And see, I don't know.
With Soto, even though you're ahead by 6 right now, Marcel.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, tomorrow doesn't mean much as far as getting a dub. If you don't win it today, you have your dog on the mound. Again, 6 runs here at the Skew, especially with the DBU lineup that they have. You know, you got to stick to your dog, so you got to secure the win when you can.
So only had a face.
In between the lines, you get after it, compete with whoever, but the friendships and the people you meet along the way is special, man. Very special.
DeTolo is over there at first base with first base coach Cody Colden, who played for David Bellamy, the Aggie hitting coach at Washington State for 4 years. Also played for Bell.
For them, and the comeback is on full go right now. Only a 4-run lead for the Aggies.
Grady, the redshirt junior out of Elgin, Texas, has had a huge day.
Yeah.
Singled in the second and the fourth, and then homered in the sixth, his first home run of the year. Off speed from Saul for strike one. Finding holes.
Yeah, I mean, again, both teams have been very disciplined at the plate, not getting too big.
Hit to first base, Solorzano there, and the Aggies will have a lead, but Dallas Baptist is right back in it. Stick around for this exciting finish. We hit stretch time at Presley Askew Field. We have a slugfest in the middle game of this 3-game Conference USA Series. NM State 12, 17th ranked Dallas Baptist 11. The Aggies